exerted over
Yeah.
170 times as much force in his Hercules hold. Tom Spider-Man at a glance, holding a 2011 Chrysler Town and Country as it dangles over a bridge doesn't seem quite as impressive as stopping a train. And once you know it, it's not. The Town and Country has a curb weight of 4,652 pounds, but let's call it an even 4,800 with the kid inside plus whatever personal items the family might have in the trunk. Andrew's character is pulling directly against the direction of gravity, so we can easily use Newton's second law of motion once again to determine the force involved in Andrew's Hercules hold, which comes out to be roughly 21,000 newtons. Now, that is a far cry from the force Tom and Toby were exerting. Plus, Andrew's grip eventually gives out after just 40 seconds. Get good, Andrew Garfield. So Tom Holland as MCU Spider-Man wins the strength category in a landslide. He gets himself 3 points, Toby gets 2 points for second place, and Andrew gets 1 point for last place. And a point in my heart for that beautiful
Wait,
game.
what?
Next up, webbing. Not only is it Spider-Man's webs of choice, it's
Wow.
also mode of transportation. So webs are going to play a huge role in the Spider-Man versus Spider-Man fight. Which of our three Spider-Man has the best, most versatile, strongest web? Spoiler alert, it's Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and it's not even close. Spider-Man in the MCU has the Tony Stark advantage when it comes to webbing. 576 preloaded web shooter combinations.
Holy shit.
Web, ricochet web, taser web, stun web, spider tracers, rapid fire, web grenades, web wings, people! There is no two ways around this one. Tom's character wins the web war, and he has the Tony Stark to thank for it. So now it's just a battle for runner-up position. Andrew Garfield's webbing is also fan-made. The downside to this, though, is that he can potentially run out of web fluid or get separated from his web shooters while in battle. The upside is that he's able to tweak his web formula and make it impervious to electricity, for example. However, it's tough to imagine electricity playing a major role in a Spider-Man versus Spider-Man fight, so who knows how beneficial this improvement that we see in the movies would actually be for our purposes in today's episode. In Toby's case, meanwhile, his webbing is created in vivo. He's not able to manipulate his organic webbing, but on the plus side, he's never gonna run out, except on the rare occasions when he's like, you know, super sad and stuff. But as impressive as Toby's train scene is as a demonstration of his strength, it might be an even more impressive demonstration for his webbing. His web strength, stick, and elasticity are all on full display in a way that Andrew Garfield's web never is in the Amazing Spider-Man films.
I have like, right now, 7 golden apples. Holy shit.
So Tom Holland wins the webbing category hands down.
Wow, my dude.
Another 3 points. Gotta give second place to Tobey Maguire for that organic, unlimited webbing. That's pretty much the equivalent of real spider silk, which yet again leaves Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man once again in the final position. Looks like Tom's running away with this thing, but not so fast. There is one final category to discuss: agility. We'll use agility as a catch-all category for Spider-Man's nimbleness, speed, and reaction time, of which spider sense is a major part. First, let's acknowledge a couple agility similarities between our three Spider-Men. All three seem more or less capable of avoiding bullet sprays, and all three Peter Parkers have similar foot speed. Trust me, I went through their running footage frame by frame, and they're all just within a few miles per hour of each other. Nothing so major that it merits mentioning here. But reaction time is where the Spider-Men really start to differentiate themselves, because not all spider senses are created equally. Let's start off by acknowledging that all three Peter Parkers have sporadic use of their spider sense at best. They all appear to have a grasp on it for only a fraction of the time, resulting in them getting surprised by things like this, and this, and this. But when they are wielding their spider sense, it's a metric we can totally use for comparison. In the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man film, there's a really useful sequence where we see his spider sense in action from Peter Parker's point of view. The fly in particular is helpful because we know a housefly beats its wings at about 200 times per second. From Peter Parker's point of view, that fly is flapping its wings
my glowstone?
in 2.625 seconds, meaning his spider sense is helping him see the world about 260 times slower than real time. As for Tom Holland's character, there is very little evidence that his spider sense, or Peter Tingle, is very useful as it relates to reaction time at all. For instance, in Infinity War,
Shut up.
tingles after Thanos' ship
God
has
damn.
already arrived at planet Earth, at a point where any normal kid on the bus could have glanced out the window and seen this thing. So his Peter Tingle I mean, snatching a fly out of the air is pretty darn cool, but it also doesn't necessarily mean that he's seeing the world in slow-mo to the degree that Tobey's character does. That being said, there is an argument to be made that Andrew's spider sense is way better than anyone we've ever seen in a movie ever. Consider this scene where he's literally dodging bolts of electricity. A visible bolt of lightning travels at about a third of the speed of light, or 220
How do you make a trapdoor?
miles an hour. So dodging a bolt of electricity is obviously far more impressive than, say, seeing the world.
I have 8 right now, but I can't see. Oh, I see it right here. Right here, I see it.
He's actively dodging those electrical bolts, or does Electro just have himself a bad case of stormtrooper-y? Let's look at those slow-mo clips again. If we go frame by frame, we see that Spider-Man is looking at Electro before the bolt of lightning is shot. We also see that he makes no elusive movement until after the bolt passes beneath him. Looks like it's fair to just chalk this one up to Electro's bad aim, or more accurately, the inconsistent CGI work from the people working on this movie. But wait, Andrew still isn't down and out just yet. Sure, he might be benefiting from Electro's bad aim in this one scene, but in another scene, we actually get a moment similar to Tobey Maguire's Fly. Andrew is seeing the world in a slowed down state where he pulls a Jimmy Neutron brain blast and predicts the movements of the electricity, foreseeing that it's going to go up the handrails and eventually hurt the civilians reaching for them. Then we see him able to react accordingly in order to protect them. Clearly this means he's faster than electricity, and thereby the fastest of all our possible Spider-Men, right? Well, yes and no. You see, he's certainly faster than electricity. The problem here is that he's faster than Electro's electricity. And when you actually stop and do the math in these scenes, these things are actually shockingly slow. Pun definitely intended. This battle is happening on the TKTS booth in New York City.
This does not look good.
The top of this iconic stairwell is 45 feet across, and we see Electro's electricity travel to the center of that handrail in exactly 10 frames. For a movie that runs 24 frames a second, that's 5/12 of a second to go 22.5 feet. Extrapolating out that math, we see that Electro's lightning actually travels at the astonishing speed of 36.8 miles an hour. And when I say astonishing, I mean astonishingly slow. I mean, that is slightly faster than me driving through a school zone. But it's clearly nowhere close to the billions of
that
miles
makes
an hour of
sense.
actual lightning. And it is still significantly slower than the flapping of that fly's wings. Sorry, Andrew Garfield, I tried, but I just can't justify giving you the win here. The fly snatching is admittedly more impressive than anything Tom Holland exhibits, though. So, the totals have been tallied. Can we get ourselves a drum roll, please? Alright, if that's the best you got. In third place with 4 points, we have Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Gold star for being smart and sciencey and all, but this ain't no gold star contest, just like it ain't no best hair contest. You just can't get over it. Look at the volume of that hair. It's no wonder he's a movie star and we're just lowly YouTubers. Next up, coming in with 7 points, we have a two-way tie for first place. That's right, we all run away with this thing, but it turns out that Tobey has the grip strength to barely hold on. So there you have it, folks. In the Battle of Spider-Man, there is no clear winner. We dug in, examined the data, and no clear winner could... Wait a minute, my dearest people is...
Oh, fuck.
Crazy. I'm sensing a lot of you screaming at your screens right now because there's a Spider-Man movie I haven't mentioned yet. It's a feature-length Spider-Man movie. It had itself a theatrical release, and even though it's not part of a franchise, it should be considered according to the rules that I laid out earlier. That movie is, of course, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. But how do we go about comparing the animated characters in Spider-Verse to the live-action characters in the franchises? Pretty easily, actually, because one of our live-action Spider-Men actually crosses over into Spider-Verse. Or at least one of his multiverse equivalents crosses into Spider-Verse. See, there's a compelling theory that Tobey Maguire's Peter B. Parker is the exact same Peter B. Parker featured in Into the Spider-Verse.
Wow.
And the theory is supported by the fact that the producers at one point considered casting Tobey Maguire as Peter B. Parker's voice. I mean, it's come out since after the movie's release that Peter B. Parker in the movie isn't actually the same Spider-Man that we see in the Sam Raimi movies, but he's definitely going through the same types of adventures and life experiences, so even though he's not the exact one, he's pretty much a multiverse stand-in for the exact one. So, by the transitive property of equality, that would mean that Peter B. Parker from Into the Spider-Verse equals Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man from the Sam Raimi trilogy, which would then also equal Tom Holland's MCU Spider-Man. They are all relatively equal Spider-Man. So if we want to know how Tobey and Tom would stack up against the other Spideys and Into the Spider-Verse, all we need to do Peter B. Parker during the end fight either. All three of them fight valiantly, and if they survive the final battle, then so does Peter B. Parker. No matter how badly I want to give this win to Spider-Ham, I just can't. These three cameo Spideys didn't have large enough roles in Spider-Verse to separate themselves out from the rest of the field. Sorry, but that's all, folks. However,
the heck
gives us a lot to work with throughout this movie. He goes directly head-to-head with Peter B. Parker, who, remember, we've established is our Tobey Maguire character stand-in. Miles' invisibility lets him get the best of Doc Ock, whereas Peter B. Parker is easily captured by her. Plus, Miles successfully steals the Goober away from Peter B. Parker without even knowing it. Later in the movie, Miles and Peter B. Parker go at it while fighting Kingpin, and in the
Goober
Miles proves himself a better fighter by getting the best of Peter B. True, Miles is going against an older, out-of-shape Peter B. Parker, but the flip side of that coin is that Miles has only possessed his powers for a few days at this point. He hasn't had any time to properly hone his skills and reach his full potential. Seems more than fair to consider Peter B. Parker's old age balanced out against Miles' inexperience. So in the end, Peter B. Parker, who's as strong a Spider-Man as our live-action franchises have to offer, gets himself bested by Miles Morales in a direct head-to-head confrontation. And that can only mean one thing. Miles Morales wins in a battle royale against all the different Spider-Men. Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland may portray the strongest Peter Parkers in cinema, but Peter Parker is no match for Miles Morales, the strongest Spider-Man in all the films. Just goes to show that the best Spider-Man film also happens to contain the best Spider-Man. But hey,
that's just a theory, a film theory. And I'll cut them.
Check out this video on the left where I analyze the physics of Spider-Man's deadly web slinging. It turns out that Spider-Man should have died multiple times over.
Wow, that's something.
Okay, so I've got some title ideas for the next Spider-Man film. That's great. Can't wait to hear them. Well, you know how every one features some play on the word home? I think these are going to be right on brand. Well, then go on. Let's hear them. Picture this. Spider-Man Home Wrecker, where Peter cheats on MJ. Oh, wow. Well, that's upsetting because they just got together, and they're not married, and they don't have a home. I hear you loud and clear. How about this? Spider-Man Homebound. Peter Parker develops terrible agoraphobia. Pretty hard to fight crime when you won't leave the house. People know who he is now. Maybe it makes him nervous. Well, I guess that makes sense. What else were you thinking? How about this one then? Spider-Man Home on the Range. It's a Western. Gunslinger meets web slinger. Ooh,
what the fuck?
Dangerous and sticky. I like it. Alright, well, how about you try this one on for size? Spider-Man Home Alone, where instead of using his spider powers, he instead sets creative traps using everyday household objects. Eat paint can, Hobgoblin. Oh, and then finally we have one that I know you're gonna love. Spider-Man Home for the Holidays, a non-denominational celebration for the entire family. Well, I'm sold. Call up the boys. We've got ourselves something to announce at Comic-Con.
What the fuck? They just ruined Spider-Man in like 1 minute.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Film Theory. Using our theorist tingle to dispel all of Mysterio's illusions. And let me tell you, between fake restaurants, fake Mysterios, and fake Nick Furies, I was tingling all over the place while I was watching Far From Home.
Wow.
I should get that one checked out by a doctor. But seriously, I felt like I couldn't trust anything. The ushers were in there trying to pry me out of my seat, and I'm like, no! I feel the barf drones around me. You're all just trying to make me think the movie's over, but we're still somewhere in Act 2. Long story short, I'm not allowed in that theater again. On the flip side, I left Far From Home with a heck of a lot of theory fodder. So today I'm tackling a theory that is so speculative, it's more hypothesis than theory. I know, blasphemy. But coming out of the theater, I couldn't get out of my head, and I thought it was a cool topic to talk about on the series. You see, the most important part of Far From Home isn't so much what's in the movie, it's instead what's coming after the movie. Far From Home isn't just another step in Marvel's stairway to box office heaven. It's clear that this movie is acting as an inflection point between where we've been and where we're going. A gateway to the post-Endgame era of Marvel, where everything is suddenly being called into question, from your leadership to your very identity. And as a part of that, I'm here today to predict Spider-Man's next major role in all of it. Because at this point, the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies have tipped their hand just a bit too far. I think they've revealed just a wee bit too much. And as a result, I have a solid hypothesis as to where things are headed for the old webhead in the next feature film. So book your tickets now, ladies and gentlemen, because Spider-Man's next opponent will be a massive showdown with the Sinister Six. For those of you who might not be familiar, the Sinister Six is a team consisting of a number of Spider-Man's nastiest villains. Can you guess how many? Usually a massive team-up of supervillains would be something that would develop pretty late into a comic's career as they figured out how to come up with new, exciting storylines for the same character. But when it comes to the Sinister Six, their beginnings actually start as far back as the beginning of Spider-Man comics themselves, back in 1963. And since that time, there have been no less than 24 different versions, which have had names like the Sinister Six, the Sinister Seven, the Sinister 12, the Superior Six, the Hexagon of Haters, the Six Most Sinister, and the Six Men of Sinistry. That Hexagon one was a joke, by the way, but it's not like you could tell, right? This group's gone through more reboots than the Spider-Man movies have. But in all seriousness, me standing here as my virtual cutout saying that the films are going to feature Spider-Man's most iconic
The fuck?
probably isn't going to be setting the world on fire. So instead, let's get even more specific by picking out who exactly those six characters are gonna be. That would be a little bit more impressive, right? I mean, I need to do a lot of making up for past failed prediction theories, so nailing the 6 major villains for Peter P's next outing in a movie that hasn't
Peter
been
P?
announced yet would be tight. Over the course of Marvel history, there have been over 40 members of the Sinister Six, which leaves us with a lot of villains
Yeah, I know.
to slot into the group.
I know. Shut up. But why?
Rushing to get in.
But why would we say Peter P instead of Peter Parker? Or just say Pee-Pee, that's all.
Solid hints sprinkled throughout the series.
Hey, have you seen that new Pee-Pee movie? Have you got that? Have you seen the new movie about Pee-Pee?
Obvious inclusion is Adrian Toomes, aka the Vulture, who may have been kind enough to preserve Spidey's secret identity in prison. But now that the whole world knows the truth, all bets are off. Toomes has got himself an axe to grind. It's also worth noting that the Vulture is an OG member of the Sinister Six. The original 7 iterations of this group all featured the Vulture prominently, so including him when he's already an established part of this cinematic universe would be a big surprise. And that's not all. In Vulture's crew, we have ourselves a brief passing reference to yet another classic Spider-Man.
Scorpion.
Shocker.
I thought it was...
Shocker isn't much of a supervillain, but instead he's just a sucky salesman who fires off Vulture's illegal rockets in public and attracts the attention of Spider-Man, which in turn makes Vulture realize that old Sparky is too much of a liability and needs to be let go in the most violent way possible. Well, initially it looks like Vulture's just turned the Sinister Six into the Fearsome Five. He quickly replaces Shocker with a new Shocker, quite explicitly passing the torch.
Okay. Now you're the Shocker.
I don't think that's just
a
throwaway line there, friends. It's brief, and it's
we should actually make a call phone.
Right off as just a tongue-in-cheek Easter egg. But remember, we saw a similar series of events become.
Alright, let me just go to my Silk Touch pickaxe. Actually, let me go to my Silk Touch axe.
Characters that have been set up via past movies.
You also need to make a villager trading thing.
Major players. So the Shocker having a similar reveal in the 3rd Spider-Man movie? Oh yeah, it is definitely precedented. And not only that, but Shocker is indeed a canonical member of the Sinister Six in the comics. I mean, practically everyone is, but still, he's there, usually as a member of the expanded Sinisters, like the Sinister Seven and
Where's my boats?
66. You heard that right, 66.
What?
Infinity War had a lot of characters. So anyway, that is 2 villains right there in the first movie, but we can keep going. There are a couple other tertiary villains. Where's my boats? Crew, but I'm more hesitant to count on these guys because they rarely appear in the Sinister Six, and they just don't have the same level of name appeal. Specifically, I'm referring to the Prowler, played in Homecoming by the childish Gambino himself, Donald Glover, and the Tinkerer, who is worth mention because, well, if I didn't, you guys would light me up in the comments thinking I missed him. I didn't. He just isn't interesting enough to make the official counted squad here. Which then, of course, brings us to the end of Homecoming. Here, the Vulture goes to prison and meets Mac Gargan. If that name doesn't ring a bell, the tattoo on his
Scorpion.
neck certainly should. A scorpion. Looks like Mac is carrying on the grand tradition of arthropods in this franchise by taking the role of the Scorpion, a guy who traditionally has a giant tail that shoots acid. How the more technology-centric films will make this attack strategy less awkward is up for debate, but there's no doubt that he's going to be joining forces with Toomes. In just his brief scene alone, it's immediately established that he's also after Spider-Man and wants to team up. So to recap, at the start of Far From Home, we know that both these baddies are still in prison together, and the new Shocker is still floating around out there.
Also, I need to get some more blue eyes, so I can maybe, you know, expand this blue ice path, this ice path.
At the beginning of the new movie, Peter and his friends just got themselves flipped out of existence for 5 years by Thanos. The very fabric of reality has been shaken. Whoopsie! But no worries, the Avengers figured out that pesky time travel business, and now everything is back to normal. With everyone now completely acclimated to aliens and magic, and Tony Stark destroying huge sections of major cities, it turns out to be the perfect place for Mysterio to enter the fray. With the world willing to believe literally anything at this point, Quentin Beck and his organization of background players from all the past movies decide to
Where are you right now? Oh, it's in your house.
From another universe, Mysterio. And if there was ever a superhero slash
Alright, I got it.
the internet age, this guy is it. He's fake, he only does things for the clout. His entire reputation depends on everything being on video, because if there was indeed a true Avengers level threat, Mysterio would just be flat out useless. In short, Mysterio would just make a great YouTuber. That would be funny if it wasn't.
Now this is an Avengers level threat.
Mysterio up as another core member of our new Sisterhood of the Traveling Sinisters. Now, I know the first thing you're gonna say, but we saw Mysterio die at the end of Far From Home, which, yes, is absolutely true. I totally think Quentin Beck is dead, despite my best efforts in researching for this episode to prove otherwise. But in Far From Home, we're very clearly shown a shot of his team taking the computers and drives that retain all of Mysterio's files. I mean, think about it. They were pulling the Mysterio shtick before they got control of Edith. Edith just enabled them to do it at a bigger scale. And throughout the movie, they very intentionally show Quentin Beck and Mysterio separately. Mysterio is just a projection, a drone of what this superhero suit looks like. So not only can Mysterio come back, that sort of plot line is also canon in the source material. Mysterio's original plot in the early days of the Spider-Man comics, starting back in issue 13, is pretending to be a good guy, exposing Spider-Man's true identity to J. Jonah Jameson, and then faking his own death, which, wouldn't you know it, all happen to be the key beats we see him do in Far From Home. So we should consider staying true to his comic book origins and remember that he was also an OG alum of the Sinister Six, taking part in the first 5 iterations of the group, taking a break for 6 and 7, then coming back strong in 8 and 10. Meaning that Mysterio is taking up our slot number 4. Now, from here, our job gets a little harder.
Wait, what the? Okay, I was say, why is it so dark there?
Directly seen yet, but ones that I think the movies are definitely setting us up for. The first open slot I think will take advantage of Marvel's newest playthings, the Skrulls. Captain Marvel was keen on Skrulls and how well they're able to recreate the ranks of normal humans. It's odd to see them all Far From Home. A story pretty disconnected.
Now this is an Avengers level threat.
Now, at this point in the movies, well, I think it boils down to 2 reasons, both of which go back
Lapis Lazuli. They're now turned into blocks, my sir.
Spider-Man is and will always be their biggest hero. He's Marvel's equivalent of Batman. I mean, sure, Iron Man was big for the movies, but Spider-Man is just iconic. He was big before the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He was big before Iron Man really changed the superhero scene. So if the Skrulls are gonna play a big role in the MCU,
what
they need to be
Silk Touch from pickaxes. Well, let's see, add something. What do you get for a hoe? Nothing. Wow. Bow. Punch. Just punch. Wow.
Second and more relevant reason that applies to our theory today. You see, there just so happens to be a Spider-Man villain with a very Skrull-like power set, the Chameleon. He's a shapeshifter who's able to disguise himself behind the
This is actually this actually kind of sharpness 3 for an axe. That's no. Where's my sword? Actually, I might actually go and get. I actually might go and just grind out some things. Might try and get some levels.
Via shapeshifters that we already know exist in this universe, the Skrulls. So all you would need to slot him into the Sinisters is a Skrull gone rogue, one with a chip on their scaly green shoulder. that's not just speculation. We may already have him identified. Many fans believe they've already spotted this guy in the MCU right here. The guard who's sent to surveil Peter while he's in Europe. It's a small detail, but his name is Dmitri, and wouldn't you know it, but that exact name, Dmitri Smirnikov, is the exact identity of the chameleon in the comics. Give this man a pledge pin, ladies and gentlemen. He is our number 5, which leaves us with one last slot to fill. And honestly, it can go in any number of really cool directions. When it comes to the Spider-Man movies thus far, the MCU has had a habit of tricking us. They know we know these stories and characters. That's what happens when a hero gets rebooted so frequently in such a short amount of time. Just off balance, they're, to borrow a phrase from the show that must not be named, subverting expectations. They're reinventing or reimagining the good and bad guys in ways that we don't expect to keep everything fresh and new. Aunt May isn't old. MJ doesn't stand for Mary Jane. And Peter's biggest bully Flash isn't a typical jock, he's just an even bigger nerd. In much the same way, there are villains creeping around here that we may not even see coming. For example, you remember one of Peter's relatively unmemorable teachers back in Homecoming? Well, her name
You can try that.
is Warren, which could be a name picked
You wanna-
random, or it could be
Alright, well,
a
you first need to get Silk Touch on your pickaxe or something.
biology professor starting in Spider-Man 140.
Do you want to use my axe, actually?
Becoming one of the Sinister Six villains, the Jackal. A villain, mind you, who goes on to clone Peter,
Alright.
his dead girlfriend, and his dead parents in a plotline that wasn't super well received by comic fans, but still, she's there and waiting to be swiped right on. So go ahead, Sinister Six, take a chance. It's also been pointed out by others that Spider-Man's been seen battling the Manfredi crime family, leading us to believe that the comic book villain Silvermane, who's associated with that family in the comics, may also be floating around along with a whole slew of his accomplices. There are plenty of other Easter eggs like these, and they might materialize down the line, but here's the thing. None of these guys are cutting the mustard for me. Up until now, everyone we've talked about we've either seen before, like Mysterio or Vulture, or is just a backup player, like Shocker or Chameleon. We need a big name. We need a major player. The Sinister Six needs its new lead singer, its headliner. We need ourselves either Doc Ock or, more likely, the Green Goblin. And of the two, I think the Green Goblin is all set up and ready to roll out. Not only is the Green Goblin one of the most frequent members of the Sinister Six, but because the Goblin is usually a member of the Osborn family, who are tech billionaires just like Tony Stark, they tend to have ties to most of the other villains in the comics, and likewise in the new cinematic universe where technology is fueling a lot of these characters' powers, they would have connections in that realm too. The Osborn technology would help supplement what the Vulture's doing. The Osborn technology would help supplement the Mysterio gang. The Osborn technology would help make the Shocker stronger. But now let's go back to something I said earlier.
That's cool.
Set up for a future plotline. Throughout the movie, there's this thread about his relationship with his parents. A weird text message thread with them, and that one scene when they return home and he's met by their driver. In both scenes, Flash is being ignored by his parents. They're absent. They've forgotten about him. It's also clear that they have a very formal relationship, with Flash having to call them father and mother. It's very similar to the way that Harry Osborn reacts with his father Norman Osborn in most other Spider-Man stories, including the Sam Raimi movie. Flash's family is also very rich.
Technically, this is my dad's car, sir.
Just like the Osborns. Heck, it's even been suggested that those super rich Osborns are busy building Oscorp's new headquarters in the old Avengers building, which you can see being constructed in Far From Home. But I know what you're thinking. He's Flash Thompson. He's not an Osborn. And you know what? That's just what I thought too. That's what literally every fan wiki online says, but it seems like literally everyone has been jumping to conclusions here. Because at no point in the movies do we ever hear Flash's last name. He is never once called Flash Thompson. Not once. It is always only Flash. Even right here in the credits, he's only listed as Flash. That right there is our smoking gun. Let's be honest, the big twist, the way our expectations are going to end up being subverted in the next Spider-Man movie, that Flash's last name is going to be revealed as Osborn.
What happened?
From the comics. In the story, Norman Osborn takes Flash under his wing, gives Flash a job, makes him feel like a whole family, and ultimately turns him against Spider-Man, who he was formerly idolizing, just like we see Flash idolizing Spider-Man in Far From Home. So there you have it, friends. We got ourselves our 6 villains: Vulture, Shocker, Scorpion, Chameleon, Mysterio, all set up, but close things out. It's worth pointing out that there's one villain who is different than all the others: Vulture. Vulture is very clearly established to be a family man.
I hope this whole place has not yet people in it.
He's not about world domination or being a renowned superhero. Heck, he doesn't even want to attract the attention of the Avengers.
Did you bring damage control for the Avengers down here?
He's not in it for the clout like Mysterio. He's not in it for revenge. He's only in it to take care of his wife. The safeguard of the Spider-Man savior. Then went on to rescue Vulture himself during the final battle. Also, we know that Vulture would give up his partner's identity to Scorpion, and we know he has at least half a dozen opportunities
What?
to finish him off during that final confrontation, and doesn't. So in faith,
That's something. That's something.